Raiders of the Lost Shark is a 2015 horror film directed by Brett Kelly. It's written by Brett Kelly and David A. Lloyd, and ordinarily, I don't pay attention to IMDb ratings, at least not until I've watched the film and come to my own conclusions. However, when I saw that this had 1.7 out of 10 across about 1,000 reviews and ratings, I wasn't really sure what to expect. Having now watched it, I can confirm that it wasn't that bad. It's not terrible. And actually, I'd say the first half wasn't too bad at all. But once it got going, it just kind of became really weak. It wasn't developing very well. So there definitely are several areas that could be a lot better. But I don't think it's horrendous. It's about sharks that are killing people. And these sharks have... Well, I don't want to go into too much of the background, but there is a reason why these sharks are suddenly desperate to eat humans, maybe more so than ordinarily. And yeah, that part of it's interesting enough, I guess. As a concept, it works well enough. I don't have any issues with that. And as I said, the first half of the film, maybe because a lot of it was still being anticipated, there was still the possibility of it being an enjoyable film, it wasn't too bad. But absolutely, the more it went on, the more I felt like it was really underdeveloped. It wasn't really moving very quickly or very much at all, and that meant that it wasn't ideal. So a good start, then got a little bit thin and a little bit weaker as it went on, but I still don't think it's absolutely terrible. The concept is fine, the characters are fine, the editing is really good. I really like the editing. Some of the camera work is too shaky and it's a little distracting. Some of the performances are quite good. Some of the performances are not that great. So it seems like for every pro, we have a con. And that does mean that it's not an absolutely terrible film. There are some things about it that work really well. I think the music is quite good. I didn't love all of the music, but it fits in well with a lot of the scenes. So there are plenty of aspects about this that I think are not too bad. So if you've considered watching it and then you saw that rating and thought, I'm not going to bother, it might be worth a go. If you particularly like shark films, or if you're looking for a kind of cheesy horror film, then it might be worth watching. It definitely does have a lot of room for improvement. But at the same time, it's not terrible. I feel like there's a nice amount of suspense. The editing is very good. There is some good camera work. The underwater shots look really, really effective. But in general, a lot of the camera work is a little too shaky. Not so much a problem with the outdoor scenes as we get a sense of moving, but when we're indoors and the characters are just sitting and then the camera is shaking, there's no reason for that. Get a tripod. So I don't really love it, but it's not terrible. So if there's anything about Raiders of the Lost Shark that you think could be interesting, check it out. It's not the worst. I didn't mind it. I don't think it deserves that low rating. Definite room for improvement. But at the end of the day, I didn't think it was a bad experience. And if it sounds like something you might enjoy if you're wanting an easy watch that's not terrible, then it might be worth putting on Raiders of the Lost Shark.